Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Ben.
Yo.
Yo.
We read a manga.
We read Dragon Ball Super.
Oh. I love it so much. It's so good.
The Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga, or the Moro Saga.
Yeah.
Which only exists in the Super Manga currently. There is no animated version of this story. And the story rules.
Yeah, dude, it's real good. I didn't know what to expect. I guess I'd never really clarified when you had talked about the super manga and stuff, because I don't, it doesn't matter, or, we were going to read it, and I didn't want any, minimal spoilers and all that shit. I thought we were jumping, straight to the Trunks and Goten and high school stuff. I didn't know there was, shit before that. And I'm like, I guess I never asked. It just never came up. But, I really
no. That's only
this.
that's the most recent few issues.
Yeah,
or few chapters. That happens after the next arc.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I think pretty sure it's just.
'Cause I definitely told you about these arcs existed for us to read before that new stuff happened.
In my head, I remembered that you told me there were arcs to read, and then I combined that with the high school knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Meh.
Yeah, because I think I read that first chapter of that high school stuff before I read this.
I don't know.
But then I read that. Then I was like, I have to catch up.
I don't know if you didn't know at the time and you were answering honestly, or if you were just completely misleading me intentionally. But at one point, you mentioned that, to your knowledge, Goku didn't get Ultra Instinct in the
I hadn't
manga.
read this,
Yeah, and I was it's fucking he goes to the first part and I'm like, oh, okay, so he doesn't get into the second part, and then he gets to the second part, I'm just fucking losing control. I'm like, oh, Hank, you guy, I've been had in the best way possible. I was so fucking stoked, because it's like when my parents told me I wasn't getting something for Christmas, and then I got it. Just losing my mind. Oh, it was so good. Everybody got to do stuff.
Yeah, because I think I read part of a chapter after this.
Gotcha.
And they were not powered up. They were struggling.
As they do. Beerus was fishing also. Just absolutely incredible. Oh boy. People might be talking soon. Gotta lower the gain a little bit.
All right.
Good God. Every time Anya's out, it's a completely clear and free evening. I got 3 hours. Boom. Anyway, man, where to start? I really liked Maro's origin. I think he fit in a
evil world-eating wizard.
Not even origin in the context of this story, I guess, because we had talked previously
him escaping from prison.
Yeah, because that was a problem I had mentioned, right? Or I guess that we've talked about a little bit of can you please King Kai, somebody just give Goku a list of the 10 individuals remaining in the universe stronger than him or whatever, please.
Sure.
That have any chance of reviving, coming back from a sealed jar or whatever else.
It's the problem with watching a bunch of the movies.
Yeah. So it, and I, well, also Boo was that his introduction was definitely that oh man, this thing exists, that some things that people could feasibly bring back, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, in the gods' defenses, there's usually a higher god that knows about the bigger thing by the time we're getting to the next thing. Like
yeah,
King Kai wouldn't have known about Boo, and Supreme Kai didn't know about Moro
sure.
because
I just,
that's
yeah,
Grand Supreme Kai.
yeah. But like I don't know. This sat better with me, I guess, because he wasn't like sealed or something. Like these other things are like we sealed, I don't know, whoever away at like power at their level. This dude had the magic sucked out of him, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that it like tipped the scales enough that I was like, yeah, I could see it. Like that's fine. Or I was just in the mood to excuse it. Whatever. We'll never know, I guess. He also had just a fucking sick design.
Yeah, evil goat wizard.
Big fan. Big fan.
Doing the King Piccolo thing of getting younger.
Yeah. Except he like, did it in a different way.
Yeah. He just ate more people.
We got some cool the 7-3 copy boy.
7-3. Yeah.
That was cool. I like that idea. First off, and I like how they ended up using it. Like that shit was cool. That was such a good concept.
Yeah, I really liked that the copy power just was there was just someone else who was really powerful in that prison.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the main antagonist. It was like the secondary character whose powers were just crazy and like ended up then like working its way all the way into Maris Moro becoming like his most powerful form. Or whatever.
Fucking I mean the like I was able to use his powers to create a full backup with no time limit. Like, yeah, okay, like this is cool. He fucking became part of the planet. There was a lot of
although it does like him eating when he eats 7-3, it is like it's like Cell or Super Boo or whatever, just like make him more like handsome and like less interesting character design.
Yeah.
Classic Dragon Ball.
Give him a regular face. Now he's just some dude.
Now he's just some dude. But then he gets his next form, much funnier.
Oh hell yeah!
When he merges with the Earth,
dude, that line with Zamatos, is that his name? Zamatos.
Zamatos.
Who am I fucking? Whose name am I butchering? The dude that became the sky.
Zamas.
Zamas. Yeah, sure.
Zamas.
It's Zamas. No, it's not. It's like Zamatsu. Zamasu. Check this out. Zamasu.
Yeah,
Zamasu.
They say Zamasu in the dub because they pronounce the oo sound. That's like iffy if you're gonna pronounce it in English or not.
Guess what version I watched?
Right.
Guess the one I printed on.
Yeah.
I was still wrong though. I threw a T in there.
In this manga, it's written as Zamas.
Right.
And also, he doesn't become the sky, or does he? I don't remember.
I think he's like more than the sky. He was gonna go beyond that.
There's like an army of him.
He becomes like the entire universe. Like he,
yeah. But like in the manga, there's just a thing of like when he gets cut in half, he just like then there are two of him. Then like they blow him into bits, and then he's lost. It's like he's Boo, and there's just like an army of him.
Yeah,
but they all like regenerate to full size or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's just like becomes the fucking. Because I remember it was like
I think he might also become the universe in the manga.
Like
I can't even remember now.
The shot I remember from the anime is like the fucking berserk eclipse because it's like horrifying.
And then Zeno comes in, this is bad.
Yeah, just like gone. His fucking yoinks that universe out of existence or that timeline or
This
whatever.
needs to be wiped away. This is
Yep.
no good.
Yep. And then Goku then goes back and Zenny's just like chilling there. He's just like floating in nothingness.
He's just floating in nothingness, yeah.
That shit's great. But yeah, that's what the Earth thing reminded me of. Except this was better. Like everything about
Yeah,
it
it doesn't
was better.
it like he literally does less, but it's so much more emotionally impacting. Like it works so much better as part of the story of him like merging with the Earth.
I mean, him merging with the Earth, but also just like, I mean, like we discussed like the problems of that villain before,
yeah.
but the more important thing to me, and this I kept thinking back to that arc because of some of the similarities. We didn't travel back and forth 8 times. They spent so much time going back and forth, and it was. I think you said they skipped some of that in the manga, if I recall right.
Yeah. In the manga, they do not go back and forth that many
And
times.
that was infuriating to watch. And this, like,
Yeah.
we're taking because we get our battle shit as usual, and they take their break and do whatever. But that's what I wanted, man. I want I don't mind the bit of fighting in the beginning. I can honestly like take it or leave it, but I'm all about that training now. I love it when people train. I want to see them. I like seeing
Vegeta going to Yardrat is so fucking good.
Oh, that shit was incredible. And him like standing on that little.
He meets the other kind of Yardratians because like the classic Yardrat design kind of sucks. You're like, let's make a more fun version.
Yeah.
They're like onion head people.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was pretty good. Him on the
Vegeta is still married to his fucking. It's Goku's move. I don't want to fucking know that.
Yeah.
For instant transmission, I'll use it one time.
Yeah,
because I have to.
Don't expect me to use it again.
Never again. It's like, oh, you're kind of limiting yourself there, buddy. But okay.
I respect it. He knows what the deal is. Man, that'd be a fucking great. That'd be a great concept, like an arms race between Goku and Vegeta to learn to master the same move. And the other guy can't fucking
learns
use
it first. The other guy's like, well, shit. Got to do something else.
Someone's there like, but you spent like 6 months of regular time in the training room learning it. Like, just finish it. Like, no.
Fuck that.
It's done. It's over. No, that bit was so good. And the dude, like when he's on, I don't know what to call him. The like little, not a like a pole, I guess. He's like standing on the balancing pole, and the little dude's like, "Yeah, Goku was up here for like 150 days." Like just a shitload of time. But that stuff is cool. That was a good way to mix that planet and that concept in. Because it's like, why don't we go back there? They knew this move.
Yeah.
I really liked. Let me find.
It's drawing on classic Dragon Ball stuff that existed and using it to make the world bigger instead of just like to reference it.
Yeah.
Like it's expanding the world, which is like the thing you struggle with when you so often are going back to old stuff is like you're making the world seem smaller, but this made the world feel bigger.
Yeah. Well, that and the fact, like, I was surprised I didn't get bored going to Namek. I was like, really? That's technically it's a different Namek, but I couldn't tell.
It's new Namek.
They
go there in one of the movies we haven't watched yet. Actually,
okay, yeah, that makes sense. I really liked Maris as well.
Maris is great.
Like, again, like sort of the inverse of Zamasu. Like, what if a godly being went the other way and got obsessed with
the godly
justice?
being who just wants to be human? Way more interesting.
Yeah, man.
Because he has like motivations in like doing stuff that's not just like killing everyone.
Yeah.
But he has like limits on him.
Yeah. Well, and that one took me completely by surprise. Like Goku initially is like why don't you fight with your full power though? I'm like, okay. And then even when they're training, and he's like avoiding all the attacks. And again, I'm like still at this point under the impression that he's not going to get to full autonomous ultra instinct. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, maybe this is just, as we have people fucking randomly scattered throughout the Dragon Ball universe, maybe this is just a dude who innately knows ultra instinct for some fucking reason, or at least the dodging part of it, or he has like the one piece that Goku needs, and then boom, he's an angel. I'm like, that's really good too. That shit's solid. And he was just, it was just cool watching him. Also, all the Galactic Patrol shit.
The Galactic Patrol shit, like, being a huge part of this. And then it was just, like, showing up because they're like, we need Majin Buu! I'm like, I was over the moon immediately.
Yeah, dude. Man, I forgot the bit with the Galactic King. Goku just keeps fucking grabbing his dick. That's not a hand.
At the end, he's like, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
You keep not grabbing my hands, huh? Goku's just smiling, doesn't react. They have to wear the dumb symbols and like learn the pose or whatever they're supposed to.
Yeah, man. They joined the Galactic Patrol. That was like one of the few things I knew about this from like that whatever like page or something I read, is the idea that they had joined the Galactic Patrol. I was like, how the fuck did they talk themselves get talked into that?
I'm also very glad. I'm remembering at the end where Moro is like, I think it comes up a couple. No, is it just with? I think it's just with Goku when he's like, Moro has been sentenced to death. And then Goku's like, am I still part of the Galactic Patrol right now? And they're like, yeah. And then Goku does his whole thing of like feeding him the sensu bean and pulling the same shit he did with who the most recent one be. Every other enemy.
He hasn't. I feel like he hasn't done it in a while.
He hasn't done it in a while, but like,
like the big examples are he gives the sensu bean,
Vegeta, Piccolo.
Well, no, he gives the sensu bean to Piccolo.
Oh, right now.
He gives the sensu bean to Cell for the dumbest reasons, like literally just to fight more. Then, so Gohan could have a fair fight.
He didn't give the bean to Vegeta. He just let Vegeta leave. Like, he didn't fucking
he is not in a position to do fucking anything. He is crippled at that moment. He just tells Krillin not to stab Vegeta with a sword.
Yeah, it's still Goku. Like, that's him. Krillin was fucking ready. Krillin was ready to deliver justice. Then he became a cop.
Goku's like, but I want to fight him again.
Yeah. So I wasn't surprised.
He's such a waste.
I wasn't surprised to see that here. I was kind of glad that it ended differently. I didn't feel like it was definitely just not the time, at least to me reading this. I wasn't thinking, I want Moro to become like a Frieza. Like he could just be blopped.
I really love when like Whis and Beerus are about to leave, and Whis just goes over to Goku and like, or specifically the part where Whis tells Goku, I think it was before that, like, if you're gonna kill him, fucking kill him. You're like backing him into a corner where he's gonna do something fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like Goku's like approach of like, just prove how fucking better he is. Like just completely just ego crushing him is like gonna drive him insane and to do something fucking reckless. In the same way that like it didn't work like the same way that it didn't work with Frieza, where like he gives him that energy at the end, and then Frieza immediately uses it to shoot him or whatever. Like,
Yep.
but Maris has, but I keep getting that wrong. Moro has like magic powers and weird shit, so
Yeah.
it's like even more dangerous.
I do like that we have a distinction between like energy and magic, which I think is this isn't the first time it's come up, I guess, but it definitely was way more pronounced here. And that was interesting, and the idea of like,
I mean, it's because Moro is like easily the strongest magic user.
yeah.
Like we had Bobbity, who was the evil wizard, but like he was not that strong.
Yeah.
He just had strong
Well,
people working for him.
He didn't have the consumption spell, I guess.
Yeah.
But I also love the dynamic it opened up where I'm remembering mostly Vegeta, but I guess it was also maybe a thing with Goku of like, I don't give a fuck about him using magic. Like, we're going to beat his ass. Like, how strong is he, though? He's weak. Also, the obligatory when I could see for sure that Ultra Instinct was coming, I had to go find that song.
Hell yeah.
A little background music. Oh
yeah. I really like when like Goku and Vegeta realize they need to get stronger.
yeah,
And they were like just go off on their own to do their separate training. That should just fucking hit in a weird way. Of them like going their own paths.
It's like in line with sort of the stuff we got in the tournament arc, right?
Yeah.
And I think I've asked this like recently too. No, because it was from the movie. When did Gohan also say something about getting stronger in his own way? I swear to God he did. Or did I misremember and I'm now misremembering again? I know Vegeta did. I swear Gohan said something about like taking a different path than my dad or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I like the fact that now like they're branching out, you know?
Uh-huh.
So Vegeta's doing his thing and learning in his way. You got Goku's I mean, obviously in this he's focusing on Ultra Instinct, which is good.
Yeah.
I would have been look, I wasn't expecting it, but like I still wanted it. He wasn't, I would have been a little huffy. I also the thing, speaking of their like different
But I do like that Vegeta's own
go on.
path is literally going to a place Goku did train, but just like getting more out of it.
Yeah, like getting the full
Like,
effect.
Yeah, not like just like learning one technique and bouncing. Like
He learned the concept.
learning-
He learned the theory.
yeah, and just the idea that like Vegeta's fucking good at this shit.
Oh yeah.
He learns pretty fast. He learned how to sense energy just by fighting people who sensed energy.
Yeah.
Like he is a combat genius.
Yeah, man. No, that
He just
shit's
had
great.
just completely different experiences.
So this is as you know, this was my first experience with the manga. Past like your screenshots.
Yeah.
I should have known that this was a thing. And I was wondering to myself how they would approach it. I like how the way that they go about transformations is having other characters comment on the hair color specifically.
Someone has to say
It's
it.
just a funny like when Vegeta's doing his thing and then someone else is like, "Whoa, he's in that weird state he was in the tournament." Past or it's like different from blue or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, it's that thing." Cuz I was wondering, I'm like, "Okay, I understand like Super Saiyan. I could even maybe understand if there was like obviously like Super Saiyan 3 is easy, but for anything
Sign is particularly like you have to figure something out because like in the anime he just has black hair.
Well, he has the white eyes, but if you're not showing the white eyes, it's rough. That's rough.
He has that aura. And again,
Yeah,
in the manga, you're not viewing some gaudy aura.
Yeah.
So, they just, there's just, weird highlights on his black hair.
So,
manga.
but
they have to explain it.
I think we saw both God and Blue, right? I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember God.
I thought we did, because I remember being like, there is no discernible difference. Or maybe I thought it was
really
God.
Rough.
I don't know. It's impossible.
The other thing is, in the manga, they have the idea of blue and perfected blue, and it's just how what particles are floating around them is different or whatever.
Incredible.
They really have to make it's there is a visual thing, but it's pretty fucking subtle.
God,
they have to explain it to you.
Between Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan now after Superhero, if Dragon Ball goes on long enough, the transformations in the manga are just literally gonna be 50 Shades of Grey. That's actually what it's gonna be. I'm here for it though.
That's why Super Saiyan 3 is great.
Yeah,
that looks
man.
different.
Yeah, man. I think, Gohan's is also going to be easy.
His hair is very long.
So fucking long and
very
angled.
dumb.
Oh, that's great though. Actually, you know what? Maybe it. I still can't remember if they actually showed God in this arc, but if I remember right, isn't God just Goku's normal hair shape, but red?
Yes.
And then blue, it does the kind of pinecone spike thing again.
Okay, yeah, I found him. I can visually identify that's God. I can see some pages where he's in regular God.
Yeah. Okay.
Near the beginning.
Maybe that's probably intentional then.
Yeah. The other thing, in the manga, Toyotaru plays up more the slenderness of God, where they're skinnier.
Yeah. For sure.
Whereas their body type is normal in blue.
There's one transformation I have a question on.
Sure.
Did we meet Lord of Lords before? Or the idea, that face that's in Boo?
There's only a flashback, and I think it's in Kai. Pretty sure. But I know there's a longer sequence in Original Z of Boo eating or killing all the Supreme Kai, and I can't remember how much of it was in Kai at this point. But I'm pretty sure we did see him.
Okay. Because I was
just not for very long.
Yeah.
We see him once.
Because I'm this seems very familiar. I should recognize this a bit and know something. But also, I might just be making up memories.
No, Supreme Kai tells us about it when Kid Buu appears.
Gotcha.
When he goes to that form, the explanation. We get the explanation that his fat, rotund, more childlike nature comes from having eaten the old Supreme Kai.
Gotcha.
The Grand Supreme Kai.
Boo fighting Moro is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Just kicking the shit out of him.
So good.
Yeah, he just has no idea how to handle it. Then Boo's punching him with his head that's on his hand.
Yeah, no, I was losing my mind getting to see Boo fighting. I feel like they haven't done Boo a lot in modern stuff because they're afraid, and it was so good to see Toyotaru go, we could do this.
Well,
let him fucking cut loose a little.
The icing on the cake for me was Vegeta on the sidelines being my God, all of his dumb bullshit is working. Yeah, no, that shit was cool. The Lord of Lords, the payoff, right, where we get the Lord of Lords and the idea that his I forget what the hell they referred to it as, just like the God powers,
God energy.
Yeah, God energy was like separated. I'm like, okay, that's right, like Evil Boo, that whole thing. I remember that. I completely forgot about the kid. Like, just completely. I don't know why, because, like, I know it, you know? I remember it vividly, but just in the moment was like, man, and then it cuts to him, and I'm like, holy shit. Oh, it was so cool.
It was so cool.
That was a great he's just, like, holding his hand out. Lord of Lords is like, you just saved the universe.
Vegeta's like, where the fuck did this energy come from?
Yeah, that was, oh, man. The big, like, that
Goku's like, I don't know, there must be somebody else strong out there. And he's like, you motherfucker, you know exactly who that was.
Dude.
Maybe we'll find out someday.
Oh, man, yeah, that huge ball of energy. God, that shit was so
yeah.
Let him do a tournament.
Again,
though.
already a way better use of Oob than everything that they do with him in GT.
Yeah, that tracks. I'm shocked. Whis getting around the angel laws. Well, I'll look after him. He'll be fine.
Little scamp.
Man,
it's very funny. He like that. Beerus and Supreme Kai are the ones that get punished for it. Basically, what he did.
Yeah, dude. I do everything I do is under your direct order.
Wait, they're gonna blame me? Fuck.
And Beerus showing up again to Earth and being like ready to bail them out a little, and then he gets called. And he's like, I don't care about this planet. Peace.
You think I give a shit?
He just leaves. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my God, him playing Horsey. Oh my God, that's the shit I needed. Pulling his eyelids getting pulled or whatever.
As he finds out Goku's at like a party.
Yeah. yeah. God.
The other thing I just want is like with when Miras like disappears and dies, and Goku is like in like that serene state and asks Jocko why he became a Galactic Patrolman. Like as a moment of actual drama and like feeling sad, that's like the best that Super has done that period.
Yeah.
In terms of like just being a dramatic moment.
Yeah, no, that was
because that's the thing that they haven't been super good at. Like the slice of life comedy stuff has been they've been extremely good at that. But like part of what's great about this arc is like the drama is really good.
Oh yeah,
like I'm invested in like the storytelling.
Yeah,
in a way like just haven't been. It's on another level. It's like really impressive.
And even I guess because there's always the element, right? And it gets to the point. I guess it's in OG Dragon Ball maybe, or even Z. I forget when. But like, it doesn't matter if someone gets fucking blapped. We'll just res them. Easy mode. They're like, you can only do that like once per person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's an issue.
Basically, once they have the Namekian Dragon Balls, it becomes.
Yeah. But
it really death has no meaning.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of like, does that really matter? That sort of thing. It's hard to build true emotional response.
I think
from that.
the time it's like Android 16 dying, because he doesn't have a soul to be wished back.
But I thought the Namekians dying in this arc, it hit decently. It didn't get into the like, well, they'll just get him back. Like the reactions from like Dende and what's his name, short guy, Eskra or something. Eskra.
Yeah. Eska.
Like it was good. It hit. You know, it made me feel bad for them instead of just meh. We'll fix it.
Yeah, Eska. I mean, I also like the stuff with like Vegeta, like working through his feelings about what a fucking evil person he's been.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, all of the like clearly trying to atone for it and like ask that because that was like all that stuff with Namek too, because he was like I forget what question he asked. He asked one of the Namekians something I don't know, but yeah, just that whole thread was really great. Vegeta's like grown so much. He's such a good boy now. He also can punch the soul out of people. Well, he can punch the fusion out of them.
Yeah, finally we have a
the fusion buster.
They finally released a patch to like deal with fusion.
Yeah.
Deal with the broken mechanic. Fusion's been broken for too long. They finally released a balance patch.
That was hilarious. And when he shows up when Moro's fucking merged with the earth, he just starts punching the earth. Beating the shit out of the planet. Oh, that was such a good concept.
I love that Moro gets the god energy and is like, I'm so strong. And then like his body, like he's like going full Tetsuo.
Yeah.
It's like his body just cannot handle it.
Yeah. God. Yeah, he's just getting large and fucking
his fucking bug eye faces as he's like losing his mind. We get Goku getting big.
Yeah, we got big Goku.
He's like Avatar spirit.
Where he's like in the forehead and shit.
Yeah,
that was so good. I don't know why exactly, but the image of him flying through all of the hands that are being created from the earth, that's like stuck in my brain. That shit was very good. I think it was just a good panel. It was well done. And then he gets caught at the end.
Everyone gives him their energy, and he can only go blue.
Yeah, it's not nearly enough. Jocko is such a piece of shit also. He's only a little stronger than me, so like, that's pretty impressive. The amount of medals you have dictates like how good of a person you are, basically. How many medals do you have, Jocko? 1.
This will be my first.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Fucking award ceremony, Boo's like big smile, and then they give him the medal and he's chewing on it.
You gotta check if that shit's real.
They gave him something. Is this food? No? Then why do I want it?
God, also Mr. Satan and Boo is just like, it's the best relationship. Just easily.
It's so good.
He loves Boo so much. It's so wholesome.
What a good friendship. What a good friendship.
I'll throw you a feast. Man. Still kind of.
I really like that Goku gets like stabbed through the chest. Yeah. He has his like chest scar from it.
Yeah.
But it like all it makes me think about is like that's like exactly where Piccolo shot him through the shoulder in their tournament fight.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, yes, Goku should have had this scar the whole time.
Yeah. Wonder if somebody thought that and decided to correct it that way.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Toyotaro is just a huge Dragon Ball fan, so. God, I loved Six Arm Majin Buu.
Yeah. God, Boo was so good. I was all while reading that because one of my concerns reading this was like, will I be as stoked for the anime? You know, now that I've seen it, because it's a novel experience. I'm reading it and I'm like, I need to see this fight fucking animated though.
I know.
I need Boo voice acted and saying these lines.
Yeah. The struggle is like following it week to week.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's a struggle regardless, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like
I don't think it'll
it's
be
definitely I think more of a Dragon Ball so much of a binging thing, I feel like. But I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with the manga currently, so
see that's my if it's like an actual weekly thing, I find that totally fine. And maybe that's because I was just
the problem with the manga is it's once a month.
Oh, that's rough. And where it's gonna get weird is like I have one show right now that's literally weekly. Every 7 days an episode comes out. That's great. That's perfect. I love it. There's a manga I'm following, and every 12 days a new chapter comes out.
Ooh,
and then
that's weird.
I have no idea. Like, what's the schedule like for Witch of Mercury? Is that weekly, or is it weird like 8 days or something? I forget if that was
be
consistent.
weekly once it's back.
Okay,
that was weekly.
Okay.
Well, it got weird at the end.
Son of a
They
bitch.
got like they would just miss time, but that was like end of the year holiday stuff.
Yeah. See, it's like when stuff is on different scales though, or whatever. That's when I start getting weird. If everything is on a weekly basis, I can juggle that. But once the 12 days is honestly,
I cannot say I can juggle that because I've fallen off all the shows I was watching week to week. I fell off all of them. So
yeah, if I was doing a bunch of shows, I don't know. Mixed media I'm fine with. Maybe because it keeps it like fresh enough. Like a mix of reading and watching or whatever. I don't
know. I've also just been in a weird. I just got like hit a mood. I was like, I don't want to fucking watch any. Like nothing was the thing I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Like all the things I watched, I didn't want to watch any of them. So
yeah, I've been there.
That's just a thing that happened.
My weird mood was I want to read a bunch of smut. That, plenty of that around.
There is a lot of that.
Yeah, man. I think I'd be fine. Like, man, following the manga, I'll do it. I'm not like let's be straight. I'm gonna do it once I catch up. But once a month is rough.
It is.
That's a long time.
Huh?
You'd think it'd be.
And like from people who have done it, like for where Super has come from, like it's not as good a read month to month as it is to binge. It just hasn't been like as enjoyable a thing. Like I've heard a lot from a lot of people saying like they liked it a lot more when they reread it as a binge rather than trying to follow week to week with the super manga. But I also think the super manga has gotten way better than where it started.
Yeah,
like Toyotaro's just gotten better at this. So
well, yeah, because I wonder.
Also that.
I mean, maybe the move is like in between and just like reading when an arc is finished or something. I don't know. I mean, I could like.
That was what I was. That was my. Yeah, that was what I was doing. I was waiting for the arc to finish, and then I was waiting for the next arc to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. But also like this is the first time where another thing people pointed out is just like this is the first big arc where like the next arc is building directly out of stuff from the last arc.
Oh,
Like
okay.
at the end of, well that like at the end of this volume we're getting this new character Granolah like tracking down 7-3.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot. I mean, not like truly forgotten, but yeah, that's right. We got the people. Okay. Wow. Is it really the first time?
Like yeah, like the super arcs are pretty they're like their ending is hard. It's like the hard cutoffs kind of in
Yeah.
terms of like there's nothing from the Universe 6 tournament that leads into the Zamas. There's nothing directly in the Zamas arc that leads into the Universe Survival tournament. Like
Yeah.
and part of
Yeah,
it
no,
is
it's
like there isn't they're like the only the times when the characters got really markedly stronger were in movies. So those first two arcs are so like Battle of Gods and Resurrection F are like distinct entities, and then throughout Super, it's kind of like Ultra Instinct just comes at the end.
yeah.
There isn't really build up in any of the other stories to it. So
Yeah, I
there's
suppose.
like the hint of it in terms of like we
I
say
still
some stuff,
I
but
still think about how fucking baited I got from Goku dodging Bulma's punch. Like, I was so confident. I was so confident that was it. This was it. And just nothing.
no. You were in fact watching a filler episode.
Yeah. But whatever.
Basically.
Yeah, see, now I'm gonna like that'll be the interesting thing. If when these arcs get animated, I'll be able to tell what's filler.
Uh-huh.
That'll be a completely new experience. Or I won't because I'll forget. I'll see a filler episode and be like, yeah, I guess this happened in the manga. That seems right. I'm not suggestible at all.
Yeah, like there's just the thing of like fucking royal blue is not a thing that exists. Like
It's a
Vegeta's
thing
like
that
bluer form.
exists.
It's not a thing that exists in this story.
Yeah, yeah.
And Goku never uses the Kaioken.
I want him to. I love the Kaioken though.
It's so good. But it's like it's just not in the manga.
Introduce it. Just have him fucking learn the same technique, but not call it the.
Well, I mean, like the Kaioken exists. He just doesn't use it with blue. He doesn't use it in. So he hasn't used it since he went Super Saiyan.
Okay, well,
basically,
there's the perfect
for the first time.
So the opportunity is there.
What I want is like Krillin to learn the Kaioken.
I have to watch him Piccolo get the little bit of juice. I wouldn't mind my boy Krillin getting a little something. I don't know fucking what.
He's not gonna be stronger than Goku, but fucking make him a little stronger. Come
so
on,
he can come along. I don't know what it would.
Yeah,
even be.
so he's not like He's not like I have to run away or I'm gonna die immediately.
I don't want him to be the butt of the jokes anymore. They're roasting him a little hard.
Well, also we've been doing the movies roasted the hardest.
Yeah. Oh, easily. But I don't even know like what an acceptable power up would be. If it's just like
I think learning the Kaioken would be a good start, but
yeah, but doesn't his body need to be able to like withstand it and shit?
yeah,
I assume that would be the.
You have to have perfect control. That's fine. He's trained his whole life,
I guess.
except for that time where he got you're soft and got shot by a regular gun. Oh, that does actually also happen to Goku, kind
I was
of.
gonna
He
say,
he doesn't draw blood, but he does get
he
like
gets a
slightly
scrape.
bruised by a bullet. He's like,
Yeah.
fucking God,
Ow.
I've gone soft.
Doesn't Beerus call him out on it? Did you get shot?
I think so.
What the fuck? You can tell he got soft because he didn't even get that shit. Didn't phase him as a child.
I know exactly. Fucking Launch would unload into those guys,
Dude. Every episode,
children,
every fucking episode,
in their sleep.
Yeah, dude. Like Goku is sharing a bed or whatever because he's basically a baby. Launch sneezes in her sleep, and then suddenly the fucking Uzi comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Classic shit. Actually, you know what?
Classic.
That reminds me. We saw a fucking 3-way fusion. Those ladies that Roshi was trying to tackle. What an enticing concept.
Well, Dragon Ball fusions, you have like your whole party fuses.
What?
Like, ultimate attacks.
Oh man, I didn't know that. I still haven't gotten into
just for
that
like
game.
like a as like your ult. Or
I mean,
whatever.
that's cool.
Your whole party like of 5 people or whatever fuses into one thing.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I've only
that game's fucking cool.
I've only done the tutorial still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get to that game.
God, it's so funny to think like how big a part of the story Jocko is.
It's great, but I also kind of hate it because he's a shitbag. Like he infuriates me, but also it's great. I don't know, man. Fucking hangs up on Bulma. He's like, "Oh, I'm running out of minutes." Piece of shit. Terrible.
The mystery of Moro. What was Moro's other wish?
I forget what his
like
other wish was.
He wished for like all the prisoners in the prison to be released.
Yeah. No, that was lame as hell. What a boring ass wish.
I actually think it's good in terms of like it's a strategic thing that happened that is like interesting for the story, but as like a thing to try and make you hyped about, it fails completely.
Oh yeah.
With the way they presented, your mind starts like, what could it fucking be?
Yeah,
it could be anything.
Yeah, man.
That was not you could have done that without Dragon Balls. Come on.
Yeah. It wasn't hype, and like it doesn't even, again, good for the story, good for action, you know? But
and like that's the kind of thing that like drives the fan base fucking rabid on like a monthly release schedule.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess getting that 1 month and then fucking waiting.
Yeah. People just like working themselves into a frenzy over what it could be.
Yeah, okay.
And then it's he let everyone out of jail.
See, that's my problem wasn't even like that it was anticlimactic. It was like, this probably is not even remotely close to the most tactical thing you could do. Like,
yeah,
you couldn't think of anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, well, look, we can't all be tacticians, I guess.
Can't all be Piccolo.
Yeah. Well, look, Piccolo got a bonus.
He did get a bonus.
Fucking for no reason. I think no reason.
Got upgraded. And also, he was Kami. Come on.
Why? What was the upgrade? I forget. What was the upgrade for? To like have that ability or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the upgrade was to do the ability. He fucking, what, was he the millionth customer? That actually
It's
would.
like Shenron's former boss, and also a person who formerly killed Shenron.
That's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, the running joke in that movie where Gamma calls him King Piccolo. He's like, I'm not King Piccolo.
Yeah, yeah.
And Korn calls him Kami. He's like, I'm not Kami.
Also,
Shenron just calls him Piccolo.
All I could fucking think about was when they're on. I forget what they're even on. What form of transit it is when Goku rolls and he's like, "Oh shit, your key's different. What, should I call you like Kamikolo?" Piccolo's like, "Please don't. Stop." Kamikolo still.
He's a fusion, technically.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing. I feel like, in theory, out of all the characters, Piccolo has the most easily accessible, like, I don't know what to call it, ace in the hole. Like, you can always just have him fuse with Namekians.
Another Namekian, yeah.
Like, technically, if he needs some sort of power-up, that's so easy to write in from that sense. And even on Namek, we saw that that's, like, their defense is that they have their greatest warriors, like, fuse. So in theory, if like more of them fuse, we saw how that worked in. Was that in the Universe tournament? Universe, was it the Universe 6 Namekians?
Yeah, we saw them get their ass beat by fucking Piccolo. It was only like 3 Namekians.
Yeah, but
or technically, he's only like 2, really, because Kami and Piccolo are the same person originally.
Oh, he has that other dude in him, right?
Yeah, so he's 2. He's
so
Piccolo and he's
I see,
Nail.
I got you. Yeah, yeah. But like.
Unless Nail is also fused of other people.
Yeah, that's so like it's a pretty easy route if they ever need it.
Yeah, but it's not cool. It's not cool though.
I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. He's literally.
I mean, I get why Piccolo wouldn't want to do it. Is what I'd say.
Why?
He wants to get stronger with his own strength.
They need a guy who doesn't.
He would need someone like he would fuse with people if it was an emergency.
They need a dude on the squad who's like.
Look, they're pride.
Fine. Yeah, they need a dude without pride on the team.
Yeah.
Like we now have 3 different angles
of
like, people who are like, no, I'm doing it.
When they find out, like Jiro's gonna make these androids that are gonna kill all of them, and like. Only Bulma is the one like, why don't we stop him? Everyone else is like, nah, that's lame. Shut up.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fucking toxic masculinity out here.
We need someone to be the voice of reason, man. Someone has to not be that way.
Otherwise, Dragon Ball plots can't happen. It's the only way Dragon Ball plots happen, okay?
Piccolo's not
being dumb.
Piccolo's not important enough. You could have him slurp up some Namekians as the need arises. That wouldn't affect anything. You'd just get his ass kicked slower.
That's why he doesn't want to live on their planet.
They don't. He
just
doesn't
looking
have
at them
to.
like I could eat him. I could eat him to get stronger.
I'm just thinking about like, bad guy appears. It's an emergency. Things get dire. Fucking Piccolo has to slurp up Dende.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, my only problem is like, it's way cooler for him to get big and orange than like eating somebody else who doesn't actually change his personality at all because Piccolo's too likable as a character.
See, I think you could have him keep going as he is, more or less. I mean, honestly, I'll be real. When I don't think I mentioned this after watching the movie, but when I first heard Piccolo orange, I'm thinking of the ways that he could like get orange, right? Because I didn't know the Dragon Balls were a thing initially. It's And literally one of my thoughts was like, maybe like if you like fuse with enough Namekians, like you get up, like you just need enough of them to hit the next tier. Like that kind of makes sense. I can see it. So yeah,
If only those Universe 6 Namekians had fused into one instead of two.
Yeah, dude. They were one. They were one thing away. They fucked it up.
But look, fusion has a weakness. Fucking Vegeta could come over here and like rip them in half.
I mean, now I'm expecting like Trunks and Goten to fuse, and Vegeta just comes up and like kidney punches them out of it and be like, "Don't be a bitch."
Very funny.
I still think I can't believe I didn't get to see their true form in the movie. They just have them fuse at the end, but you don't get to see you don't get to see Gotenks anymore.
Yeah, we're not making a new Gotenks model.
Fucking, they'll have to eventually, probably, maybe, hopefully.
The world's not ready for tall Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
Yeah, apparently. We've already introduced Orange Piccolo and Gohan's absurd hair. They can't handle more. They'll break. But yeah, so what do we got next on the menu?
We got the Granolah Arc.
Granolah Arc. I mean,
Adventures of Granolah and Oatmeal.
I am a big fan of Granolah and Oatmeal, like separately. So that bodes well.
And we'll do those more recent chapters with Goten and Trunks in high school, because that's only like 3 chapters. So.
Are we just catching up fully?
And that's
separately.
Yeah, because that story's basically over. Like that was only like a 3-chapter story.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Building up to the plot of the superhero movie.
Got it. I mean, and then I guess after that it's the films, and then I don't know, once a month doing a grain of salt or something.
Yeah,
something.
No. I mean, once we read the manga, we'll be caught up on Dragon Ball, and there'll just be supplemental stuff.
That's wild.
We can do at our leisure. We're almost there.
I'm just sort of disappointed because, like, I feel like if we would have worked harder, we could have done this in 2022. If I would have just, you know what, we would have.
But then we wouldn't have more Dragon Ball to read.
That's true.
Now.
Yeah, what would we be doing now? No, we'd just be doing like Sailor Moon now or something.
Yeah.
Because the only reason why we like broke is because after Kai, I was like, I need a break.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like how cool Super would be.
Uh-huh.
God, it pulled me back in so fucking fast. I just remember being like upset. Like I was so close to greatness, and I was like, no, I can't possibly do more right now. And I watched the movie, and I was like, I definitely could have fucking done more. I could have watched it all.
Honestly, I'm just happy that it all hit with you correctly, so.
Oh yeah, man.
Wouldn't change anything.
Oh yeah. No, that's like the biggest surprise. Cuz this was definitely, I don't think I never targeted Dragon Ball like I did with, like One Piece, Naruto. I never put it in that little triangle of shit with anime.
Sure.
Like I hate for social reasons, I guess. Not even like good reasons, but just like, eh. But I was just, like it's Dragon Ball. Like they just yell and it takes too long and it's stupid. And all he does is run along that pathway. that I have not seen yet because my child brain distorted the memory, and now I'll never get the catharsis of seeing the proper image. Whatever. But no, it's like incredible. Who knew? Who would have fucking guessed?
Who knew Dragon Ball was good?
You mean it's one of the most popular media franchises on Earth for a reason? Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, a lot of those reasons are different from the reasons that I think it's good.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like it's popular and it's good. These are separate things.
Yeah, I guess. Shit's great though. Happy to be here still.
Yeah, we're almost out of stuff.
I mean, we're gonna be another step closer in like 20. Like you're gonna confirm what the chapter count is after this, and then I'm gonna binge read it, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Or something.
Yeah.
It'll be close. Got to use this weekend, man.
We're reading through chapter 90.
Nice. Damn, I'm ready.
Yeah, the next arc's also very good, so
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it. Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Pod on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels. You can find our episodes wherever you find your podcast, probably.
Probably. Probably? You haven't put them up everywhere?
I think I put them up anywhere. I don't have perfect knowledge of
how many tiers? How deep? Let me guess, you only went to like the C-listers. We could be missing out on like ones of views.
I'm pretty sure. Well, the big one is like most of the more obscure ones literally just pull in everything off Apple anyway. So you don't have to fucking do anything.
I remember for putting up Pure 39 stuff. Yeah, like they had a bunch of shit of like, oh, do you consent to these places like pulling your garbage off of whatever? I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Like links on our main profile page: Spotify, Apple, Castbox, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Stitcher.
Nice.
And the RSS feed.
The only one of those.
We're on. Yeah. We're also on other ones.
Yeah.
That aren't that cool.
I use Pocket Cast to listen to the only podcast that I listen to like 14 minutes of every 3 months. When I randomly
I still use default Apple podcast apps just because I've been using it for so long.
Yeah.
Even when they like change it and I hate everything, which has happened multiple times.
I mean, that's like everything though.
Again. Yeah.
That's every single app and website.
True. Podcast Addict is where
Podcast Addict
is where the majority of our listeners in the last 30 days have come from.
Really?
Or not? Well, not the majority. It's the biggest slice of the pie. Spotify is the second biggest slice, and web browser is the third.
Interesting.
The interesting thing to me is how far Apple has fallen from from it used to be the top.
Oh, okay.
And it just isn't anymore. As someone who still uses it, like lifetime, I think Apple is the biggest slice of any one particular platform. But lately, like recent years, it just hasn't been the top.
Sure.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me, but
so it goes. Yeah.
Oh, the Spotify one's been interesting. Well, because the way the stats used to work, I used to be able to see like like I think when they've merged it, I don't even know how to get back to that like Spotify only stats page. Spotify, because on Spotify, just certain episodes will pop a little. Specifically, I noticed anime episodes, like the Utena episodes, all pop there.
Oh, like they go off.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like a little bit, but yeah.
Man, you should have fucking hopped on the Nagatoro train. We could have been swimming in fans.
I mean, Our Wish for Mercury is easily our most listened to of recent stuff, so
that makes sense.
We gotta hop on that one.
I mean, I'm ready to hop on that one.
Yeah. They put out a trailer for season 2, but they're now they weren't calling it season 2, and then they decided no, we're calling it season 2 now.
Oh, thank God. I hate tracking that shit so much.
They were just calling it the second core.
Get out of here! Just call it season 2. Jesus.
Well, it's not. If they're,
it's
not season 2. If they like only took like a quarter of the year off, and then the rest of it came out, it wasn't like the next year. Or
okay,
something.
that makes it even worse that you're naming it a different thing. That's so much worse. If it's not, if it's not actually
the second core is like just a production note. It's not like upfront. That's what it's called or anything.
Just don't fucking.
Or like it would just be the next episode.
Why are they announcing it? If it's a production note, don't announce it. Like, don't put that shit out there until afterwards. Then you put it in a. Don't call it a thing to the public.
They're not really.
Well, then
it's not really. It's that fucking people dig into release information or whatever.
People gotta stop.
Like they will never stop.
No, they'll stop. You just gotta ask them.
Like the whole reason Magic is talking about sets that are releasing in fucking August is because the information has to go out to fucking vendors. So they're like, well, this is gonna leak, so we might as well do a little thing for it now.
Yeah.
And then people get all mad, like, why are they talking about so much stuff? It's like, because if they don't, it'll leak.
Yeah.
But like, you really just don't give a shit. It's not close. Free your brain from caring. For now.
Yeah. I mean,
there are things to get mad about, and there are things to just like say, yeah, that exists.
Yeah.
That's dumb, but
yeah, you gotta focus on the important battles, like getting more Pan in Dragon Ball.
Fuck yeah. There's not more Pan in this set of manga.
Fucking damn it. Well, I suppose that's because this is before the movie still. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Post movie. Better be a hell of a lot more Pan, or I'm going to write a letter.
I know. That's like, I'm like, so, like, when they start up the Dragon Ball anime again, there's like, the part of me that's like, okay, but they gotta do the Moro and Granolah arcs. That shit's so fucking good. I need that shit animated so it can sit in my brain more easily and powerfully. But the other part of me is like, what if we just got news story about Pan?
Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't mesh well with like modern Dragon Ball stuff from what I've seen. I'd kind of be down for like an old school Dragon Ball style thing with Pan, like just doing adventures and like going out and doing her thing as training or whatever. You know, episode 1, fucking Piccolo is like, you gotta go and train on your own, and then it's like her getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. Again, cool. That's like
oh man, they could do what they could bring her with. They could bring what's his name into it? Oob. They could bring Oob into it.
True. Yeah, there is like Pan doing like old school Dragon Ball adventures with Pan. That is like part of like the core of the idea of like what they started with GT, and they just fucked it up so bad that I feel like it's ruined forever. And the fact that like nobody like the early GT especially, like really nobody cared. Like really, like when they brought that over, they literally skipped the whole first arc.
Jesus.
Because the ratings on that were so bad.
That's wild.
Because it's like them, it's literally them trying to do like OG Dragon Ball kind of adventure stuff again, and they just did a bad job.
Great.
And like Pan is written badly.
Well, they got a chance to.
Like they like the writer like she's like written closer to Bulma.
Which Bulma? That's important.
Like I don't know, OG Bulma.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Bulma.
Okay. I mean, as long as it's not fucking.
But also, she's
Bulma.
like, yeah. It's like the plots are all about like she wants to prove herself, and the lesson is always, no, she sucks. You gotta leave it to everyone else. She was wrong the whole time. Goku can just solve everything.
Great. That's what we're here for.
Not good storytelling.
Damn. I'm hyped for this Pan.
Yeah. I just keep thinking about GT because it's the Dragon Ball that I have the least exposure to and that I don't like the most. So it's like the elephant in the room.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. You'll watch it with me. You won't like it, but you'll do it. I think when the time comes,
dude.
I think
I'm struggling to watch stuff I like.
When the time comes, I don't know. You'll be too tempted. I'm not putting out any fucking signals for that. After what I've heard, I'm not putting out a signal. But I think you'll be tantalized. You'll want to know. No one's gonna make you watch
I'm just
it
watching.
again.
It's true. It's true. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yeah.